Ooh, whoa. Hello, this is me live. Hi, I'm Carola. My business is called The Soul Mender. I'm here today to bring a little bit of balancing back into this crazy world, talk about a few different subjects, do a few readings, and see where this all leads us. So to start off with is I want you to just sit and relax. So basically I'm going to do a little bit of sound healing. To clear beautiful energy here. So it's lovely. So these are the samples we got here, basically. We've got a big gong over here. So a little bit about myself. I love doing healings. I have a lot of modules in healings. My favourite journey is doing dimensional work, quantum healings, and just finding inner peace where it's so lost in this crazy world in the moment is because we're halfway off. So it's this crazy everywhere. People's emotions are all over the place. But what we need to understand is it is a very emotional time in the moment. And we are full of these emotions that need to be released. So you find a lot of angry people, a lot of people that have opinions about other people or get really involved into what's right or wrong and who you should vote for and who you shouldn't and things like that. So it's cool that you get dragged into all this kind of stuff. So to me it's time to really rebalance your energy, is because it starts off with us having our energy balanced, right? And a lot of us don't, because it feels like the tree house went nuts, basically. So like this, that's what it feels like. So that everything is this out of proportion, everything is unbalanced, and the inner balance is time to find it. And with what's going on in the world is when you have a look at all the different countries, some countries are doing really well and some are not. Some is everything is about freedom of speech, freedom of this. I have a right to this. Look, everyone can be who they are. That's not the problem, but you're not here to force your opinion and your belief system onto other people. People need to get back into the heart space, especially get into the solar plexus, as we have a lot of balancing to do on our charts, right? And in a moment, it's all about the sacral and the solar plexus going into the heart. So when the solar plexus is like tuning and having all these opinions, and then your throat chakra gets affected to what you should speak about and what you shouldn't, basically, it's a journey of inner peace. So go deep within yourself to your inner peace, right? It's just rebalancing your energy, basically. So like here, she's shining from her heart and solar plexus, right? It's very balanced. She's shining that energy out. This is one of my artworks. And in a moment I'll pick these from my deck. This is about letting go, okay? Let go of this energy that does not serve you, right? The best thing to do, go through this turmoil, is by rebalancing. So by sitting quietly and sitting with the energies of singing bowls, grounding yourself to Mother Earth. I'll do a quick grounding for everybody. So if you sit quietly and ground yourselves, is visualize roots growing at the bottom of your feet all the way down to Mother Earth. Wrap them around the crystalline layer and pull that energy up all the way through your body, all the way through your crown chakra, through the central sun, all the way up to Mother, Father, God's energy. Right next to it is a beautiful golden strand. Bring that back down, all the way down through your crown chakra, all the way down through your feet, and wrap around the crystalline layer of Mother Earth. You are totally balanced within. Take a deep breath in. Rebalance your energy. Just visualize that everything that's on your shoulders rolls off, flows down to Mother Earth, and let it go. Let it go. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath in and out. Let it go. Let it roll off. Beautiful. Breathe in and breathe out. Now visualize all your chakras are spinning in one direction, so they rebalance. Call in your higher self, your guides. So go, I call in my higher selves. I call in my guides. I call in the Christ energy, Sananda. I will only allow balanced energy flow through me. Just like that. Allow yourself to rest. Now to disembark of other people's energy, just visualize a beautiful seats in front of you. And on the soul level, I'll call in Archangel Michael, some Palladian energy for healing. Allow yourself to be in a beautiful space. Now, call in the souls that have really hooked into you as we do this quick unhooking. So in front of the bench, you call in the people that are causing havoc and unbalancing your life journey. Call them in like little fish hooks. Unhook all the hooks. Unhook them from yourself. And there's a beautiful violet flame opening, and we're putting the hooks into the violet flame. And as we're unhooking, we're sending the energy of love, kindness, peace into where the hooks were, to that beautiful soul. And we let them know they are not allowed to permeate in our energy no more. Let it go. As you're doing this, unhooking, the violet flame will take all this energy, and within yourself, you send so much love where the hooks were, and you rebalance your energy with ease and grace, with ease and grace. As you're rebalancing yourself, use this when you're feeling really stressed and you feel like you have attachments or anything like that. We can remove attachments very quickly by visualizing them and ripping them out and putting them into the violet flame. It is your energy, and you must protect your energy because there's so much going on in this world. Do all this with ease and grace, and your journey will get lighter. And if you want any more information on how to do this, just inbox me, please. So that was our quick grounding, balancing, and coming to. So now I'm going to do some readings. I'm going to just move the crystal bowl, so excuse me for a minute. Thank you for waiting. It's wonderful. So we're going to check on all the energies in this amazing world of ours that's going crazy. It's fun to watch. while we find our emotional self. So when we talk about our emotional self, it's taking responsibility for who we are, basically, and allowing yourself to come home to oneself. That's what it means. And inner love is something that you learn on the way when you experience a lot of things with different kind of love situations. So now we're going to go around the world. So I'm in Australia, Harvey Bay. So welcome if there's any Australians, and welcome to anyone watching or who's going to watch this later. Thank you for supporting this channel. Hopefully it will grow. So as you know, that as I'm in Australia, I do a lot of Australian readings to what's going on in Australia as well. But in a moment, what I'm going to do, I was just going to promote one of my decks that I was involved in, the Magical Beings. There's 11 of us that participated in this deck. There's not many decks left. I only got 4 left for sale. So if anyone's interested, inbox me. In a moment, I'm only sending them around Australia. If you want one overseas, you have to pay the postage as well. Like Australia postage is about $12, where overseas is a lot more expensive. So these are made. It's a beautiful deck. So how about we start off with that? Where's our energy at? Okay, in this world. So I'm using the Magical Beans. You cannot find these. These are only sold in Australia. Just letting you know. Some of us might have some left. So let's go. Anyway, all right. The energy in Australia. Let's start off with Australia first, okay? What do we need to know here in Australia? So we have Archangel Michael, who I just called in, working with us here in Australia, which is lovely. Archangel Michael is always good to cut cords with, to use as a blue energy cloak, be in the blue energy, use. It's for strength and a lot of strength. So I think that's quite beautiful. So this is that beautiful Archangel. Amazing. So it's basically also telling us that the message from Archangel Michael is always that we stay strong, we stay away from fear-based agendas, that we see agendas for what they are, as we are living in a very emotional times in the moment. It is showing us not to get involved in all the emotions of other people, that we keep our emotions intact, basically, if that makes sense to you. Also, it shows me that the inner strength is so needed at this moment, that we don't go backwards into what we've been healing in ourselves. A while back, I had really big visions. I was going to do a show on it, but I've been so booked out with a lot of other things and readings that I haven't had much chance to do. So today I got a bit of free time, so I'm going to share a lot of things. So I had a vision that Earth is going through this really big karmic pattern of, if you remember 84 years ago, we had wars and stuff like that, but the war is repeating as a spiritual war, a war for your soul, a war for making you line up for things that shouldn't. So if you remember in the past wars is of how they made people line up and take them to horrible things and stuff like that, it's very similar. So basically they created a weapon, put a lot of fear out there, and people lined up to take it, right? And I'm talking about this, right? As it was a very fearful weapon being used, and they made you believe that you're going to harm someone else if you don't take something. So that's the war we're in. But it is our courage that has to walk out of this with strength and balancing, not finger pointing at you did this and you did this. We know the people that done that. We get it. right? But as humanity, our strength is to walk our path that it doesn't happen again and repeat itself in 10 years, 20, 30, whatever, that we are strong enough in our self-empowerment that we don't repeat that pattern, that we can trust our immune system and we can trust our inner gut that has been so stripped away from humanity because you've been taught to look outside of yourselves. So this is a journey where we go deep within and learning to understand our body again, learning to understand our foods, and learning to understand that it is us that make choices, that it is my choice to do something, and that no one should bully me into a choice that I do not want to do, basically. And this is where humanity needs to stand up, basically, if that makes sense to you. This is messages from the angels and stuff. And the things that you see, because I was trying to really wrap my head around it, what is this pattern? And that's what came up to me. It was to do with a war, how easily we give in, knowing someone's going to harm us, and we just line up for it. So it is taking your self-empowerment back, basically. So that makes sense to you, right? Just know this is all for entertainment purposes only. So whether you resonate or not is up to you. If you don't like it, just please move on. It does not matter. But if you like it, please subscribe, like, and share, right? So we've got the High Wizard. This is a beautiful energy that we're in, right? This is one of my cards that I anticipated in. So this is actually on YouTube, the meaning as well. So you can look it up. So with a High Wizard, it comes into a knowing of how spiritual, how psychic everyone can be, to take your power back, to be the wizard in the world, to find that inner strength, the inner love, the inner potential that you have of greatness, that you are this amazing, powerful human being, and you're not realizing it, and to step back into who you really are. It is really important, okay? So that is some of the energies. So I find the magician and the wizards coming up a lot in readings. So I think it's really important that we use that energy, because we all have that kind of energy. The sacred altar is the next card, right? So have a little space for yourself which is your space, where you can sit, where you can meditate, where you can relax or take a walk and be in your own empowerment, if you know what I mean, okay? Then we have the Alchemist. I love this kind. This is one of my other cards anticipated. How ironic. So to me, it's making magic, bringing your magic back within you, being the best version of yourself, transforming who you are. You know, okay, some people went overboard with certain things. Is step back into your power. You know, realize what some of the things that we did at a certain time didn't make sense to other people, or we went, you know, some people went overboard with trying to went with the flow, with whatever they believe, or they were told. Just step out of it and step back into you. As you know, we all make mistakes. It doesn't matter. It's just owning you. All right. All right, we're going to pull one more on this. What else does our soul journey needs to know in this beautiful, crazy times? Divine Oracle. Be your divine oracle. Be the person that you deserve to be. Find your inner beauty. Be like the magical being. And, you know, it's all about balance again. It's about really, really balancing oneself. It's about finding the place of worthiness, and look at the world, whatever's unfolding in this craziness, that we're going to come out okay. It's going to be okay, okay? Even if it doesn't feel like it. So, but the journey is basically there's a lot of green around in the moment. If you need to wear green, wear green. It's a good healing color. There's a lot of different things around. So, and I have a lot of green cards here today. Like, if you have a look, how awesome is that? So, and they're very powerful cards, like the highest of all the powers. We've got number 1, 11, 3, right? Very powerful. Then we got 31 and 43, right? But how amazing is that combination of, especially, self-mastering yourself. It is a beautiful journey. Like, we're so lucky that we can see this unfold. Even everything else around us is crazy. And, people will be held accountable eventually and stuff like that. So once again, this is a magical being deck. I anticipated, and there was 11 of us psychics here in Australia. So this is actually an Australian deck, so which is quite beautiful. So as I live in Australia, I do even purchase myself a lot of decks. So for a bit of fun, my friend bought me this for Christmas, so I was quite amused. It's called the Fucking Honest Oracle deck. All right, so we're going to give you couple messages from this. Okay, so these messages are for you. I can put this down if you want, so you can have a look. So hopefully you can see them. So the first card we're going to pull is trust the fuck out of the universe. Got it? Trust. Because we are mistrusting everything that we see. It's designed like that you do not trust. Just remember that, okay? So, and then there's change that shit now, right? Now I'll see if I can get a bit more to the cards. I don't know if you can see. All right, change that shit now, all right? So we're going to do one more. Stop pushing shit uphill. All right, they're the messages, right? So basically is stop pushing things uphill that make no sense. All right, it's not going anywhere. It's probably going to roll down the hill, right? Change that shit now. Trust the fuck out of the universe. So excuse my swearing, but it is true, right? So it's quite funny. So it's finding your trust into things again, knowing what true. So to me is, in researching and doing a lot of other things, is I find there's a lot of misinformation and information that's very good. Trust your gut of what resonates with you. That's what I'm saying. If it doesn't resonate, move on. If this doesn't resonate, move on. Do you know what I mean? So we're going to go and do a deep dive into AI. So AI is a beautiful tool if it's used properly. Unfortunately, sometimes it is not. As we can see, we have on this planet is a lot of greedy people that hoard all the money, so people go without food and shelter and stuff like that. Is they push up all the interest rates, the housing markets, and this is basically all over the world, most places, right? But what we need to look at, how are we going to fix this greed, right? So we have this system. The system is designed to work as it is, right? It was done long ago. The system became corrupt by other beings, by humans and stuff like that. And I will do a reading on what's happening on Earth with the mystical Martians as well. But we're going to jump into AI. What do we need to be aware of on AI? So once a system, the system isn't broken. It's the people running the system that broke and added stuff to it, which this, is very self-centered and stuff like that. So, and we're talking from banks right down to political agendas, you know. So, not to slag everyone off in this, we can see them for what they are. We can see what has happened. Money buys a lot of things for some people, you see. So, okay, let's have a look. So this is reading. So I'm using a shadow run deck here. All right, so it's beautiful. They're tarot cards as well. So I'm not 100% sure if I put the camera down that you can actually see the cards. So I might just hold my arm. All right, tune into this. All right, what has AI and what are they doing to our planet? All right, let's have a look. So we're just going to fan it and pull it. So the first card I pulled is a Queen of Cups. So it's a very feminine energy. So there's a feminine energy involved in a lot of things here. It's a Queen of Cups. Also, the bird that's with this energy is an owl. I also believe that the feminine energy has used a lot of sexualizing things in here. If you have a look in the bottom of the card, right? Also is that it needs to step back into its power of balance, basically. But it is a beautiful card, okay? The Knight of Blades. So they're the hidden wars underneath, around us, attacking the inner temple, trying to be... So they're pretending to help humanity, the certain that are playing with this AI system, but they're doing not the right thing, basically. And I feel with the darker side of AI, that's what's going on, is that they're trying to track you, basically, to see how your soul essence and all that kind of stuff works, all right? Then we have the beautiful card of the Queen of Batons. So that's a Wands card. So basically the Queen of Batons is she holds strongly, is and she's allowing the energy here to come back out into the earth of rebalancing this here. All right, you can have a look. It's like a vortex. All right. And the sunflowers are beautiful flowers working with the central sun. And then we have the Seven of Blades, which is a very, very exhausting mental card. Brain, how they're trying to control everything with cameras, AI, at night, during the day, so that people are going more working out how they cannot be seen and stuff like that. And it's very mentally exhausting. Then we have the Shadow, which is quite an interesting card. So with the Shadow is we're seeing, with the moonlight, we see what's in the shadows. So what's underground, in the ground, the darkness of things, the templates, for some, the truth has been shown to humanity, and to start owning it. That even your dreams can be manipulated, because it's the Moon card, because it's a vision here we have got the 6 of baton, so that's a wand card, right? And with this is, even when you have a look deep into this card, it's called, it's a lot of human organ trafficking in this card, but the power is, you know, we have to stand up for this. We have to find a way that this doesn't happen, and stuff like that is, you know, the medical procedures in this world. We're very lucky is we've come a long way with a lot. Some of it's been hijacked, basically. So, and our next card is the 4 of Blades, which is the sword card, obviously. This is manipulation on the highest level. And I feel a lot of time with all the diseases in our world is because with what's going on in our world, it's a very harsh reality that a lot of humanity is getting sick and stuff like that is, and we need to take our power back in that. That, you know, like this is a radiation room, and what's happening in our world and there's a lot of cancers around. We have to take our health back and stuff like that. And then I got the Vigilant, the card 11. Becoming a warrior, understanding basically what goes on in the darkness and what goes on in the light, is that not everything is rosy-dozy in life, is that there are things that doesn't make sense to a lot of humans and stuff like that, is but to really stand your ground and trust your belief system, you know, trust yourself. That's what I always say. So it doesn't look too bad at the moment. We just have to understand how the system wants to use it, and basically hopefully we can put a stop to it. So I'm going to go into an investigator's deck, all right? This is Australian as well. So we're going to investigate into, actually, I might do what's on Earth first and then go and investigate it. How's that sound? A mystic Martian. We're going to see what energies are on this Earth plane. All right. So if you don't believe that there's other life forms besides humanity down here, well, we do. This planet has been around for a long time, and we are actually visitors on this planet. We got put here to visit this planet, to evolve and stuff like that, and then we made it our home. But before us, there was other life forms here, and they feel like that we stole their planet properly, or things like that. However you believe how you came here, it's your journey, okay? But of the research and how humans were put on this earth is, so every being that comes to a planet somewhere else is a visitor, okay? So we're visiting, we're doing their life experience here, and then we go back to our soul essence, right? And it happens continuously. So the story goes that we are under a false matrix or false illusions, that we're in the stimulation, whatever the case may be, right? But what I've learned in all this is that there might be that matrix, but it's how you travel out of that matrix, connect with your higher self, which a lot of people have forgotten how to do. And it's really important that you work with your soul essence, your whole energetic being, where water, where energy is this being in connection with oneself, and really rebalancing all that energy. So I'm going to have a look what's on Earth in the moment, what star beings, aliens, Martians, whatever you would call them, brothers, sisters, what is on this Earth at the moment? What are they doing, basically? All right, let's go. We have got, this is interesting. Divine feminine birthing fertility energy is here. So we're rebirthing this planet as we speak, right? But it needs to be balanced, right? And then we have the element of earth, which is quite reliable, right? So we must not destroy our trees because it's a life form. It's about survival, okay? We have a lot of Palladians here. I actually work and channel Palladian energy a lot. They have beautiful healing, and they want you to know that no matter what you've been told is trust your inner feelings, unconditional love. Find the laughter in situation, even if they're, just to raise your vibration. Basically, we have the Andromedans. That's about free will. The Agathans. This is about contacting the multidimensional universe, right? So the universe is beautiful, big space, and to tune yourself to it. And the Archatorians. So that's what we have here in a moment that's helping, okay? Feeling safe, the systems. So my guides are actually Palladians and Archatorians. So behind me is my guide drawing, and I actually work quite a lot with them. And all my artwork is based on that as well, especially the Vortexes and Stargates. So we have a lot going on here. So basically there's people out there that make everything that we just have this earth and there's nothing out there. Then we have people saying it's a flat earth and we have a round earth, but it really doesn't matter. What matters is your journey on this earth. Where are you at? What are we getting dragged into? How are you going to balance yourself out of all this? There's help out there, so ask for it. If you're struggling, just ask for help. Everything is here to evolve right now. And as all the energy shifts, we're talking about the 5D, New Earth and stuff like that. What that actually means is you coming home to you and rebalancing who you are in your journey. And it doesn't matter where you're at in your journey, is you will get there, right? It doesn't matter one person's better than the other. No, it doesn't. It means some of us are older souls who've come here and we've come down to this earth to share our knowledge for other souls to grow. Okay, that's how and that is a beautiful thing to do, is when you just see one person take their power back on this planet and become more involved with who they are, start loving themselves, then they can love someone else. Okay, is we're here to experience every kind of love there is, and boy, do we ever experience it, right? And just to align that energy, basically. I do a lot of healing work and clearing and stuff like that, and it is such a beautiful gift that you can help someone take their power back and see them shine, and that's the most beautiful things. So with all the corruption on this planet, I have watched so many different shows lately, and I watch people, like in America with Trump. I always say, find your balance. You either like someone, you don't. It doesn't really matter. But what matters is that you don't get so hooked up into all that kind of stuff and take sides. Because if someone was your friend and they voted this way and you voted that way, what does it matter? They're your friend. Don't shun them because of politics or religion or stuff like that, okay? Come together. Stop following the norm of you like this and I don't like it because you like that. And it happens everywhere. So I just suggest is, there's as humans, we make so many errors in life, but allow someone to do an error and fix it. Allow them to step back and help them or show them the right way of owning oneself. That's all I ever ask, right? Is look, I make mistakes. I sometimes say, oh, I had it, you have enough of this and you have enough of that. But the most important thing is we're all here struggling in so many ways, and there's so much mental illness on this planet in the moment where actually there shouldn't be. And this is where we have to find a happy place within. I watched this show the other day on this country. Apparently it was the worst country of crime in the world. Illinois, I think it's called. I don't know, some country anyway. So I was watching it, how the prison. So they got a new president in, and the new president started a prison program where not the murders, but some of the prisoners in the other prisons, is they basically turned the prisons to a working farm and gave those people a purpose. They make uniforms. They support everything in that country now. The country's turning around, becoming a better country. It's becoming a safe country again, where it was overrun by gangs, because the gangs, that was their purpose at that time and energy. And they're getting shown that, no, there's different ways, and that's how humanity should evolve. There are different ways of doing things. It's not always the negative and dark that is always projected. Is shine a light into the shadow, shine a light on the shadow, because we have to bring some light into the shadow. The shadow hides, the darkness hides, because it doesn't like light. But without darkness and light, we have day and night. Everything needs to be balanced, and in a moment all the unbalanced stuff is coming to the surface, and we need to navigate it and basically shine a light on it and fix it. So now we're going to go into what do we need to investigate in this world. Let's see where we're going, moving into the golden age. Okay, what do we need to learn still, basically? So I've got a feminine energy, the stars. So the stars, hope and faith. How beautiful, right? So clues that there's a big breakthrough coming. That's what this card is showing you. So we're halfway. We're getting there, okay? It's beautiful, right? So this is pretty much a shadow reading, right? Heavy burdens carried. So most humanity is carrying such heavy burdens, they can't feed their family, the homelessness, the burdens are just so unbearable sometimes. So we have to turn those burdens around and make life better again for humans. And we've got to stop allowing greedy people that thing that they can put our hope and faith out, remove that energy, and it will happen in consciousness. We have to stand tall. And jealousy and cheating is very much on this earth. So don't be jealous of your neighbor. Don't be jealous of other people. Stand in your power. You've got nothing to be jealous about. Is this because someone is more successful? That is their journey, because you're not meant to do that journey, because you have your own inner strength and inner powers. You don't need to be jealous, and cheating on people is not a very good thing either, right? To me is if you're in a relationship and you need to cheat, don't be with that person, okay? It's not nice thing to happen to anyone, right? We talk a lot about, karmic, they ask for it in a karmic return. Stop that karmic return. Be a decent human being, right? You don't have to be nutty and crazy and run off with everyone. If you don't want to be in a relationship, don't be in one. If you're feeling to cheat and all that, don't do it to another person. It's not nice. That's what I'm saying. So a lot of the crimes are because are here on this earth because of opportunities. So greed, money, they saw an opportunity and took it. Talking about banking, they saw an opportunity and took it. It's for the opportunities. So that's what it's showing me in the shadow. So we need to learn to think about it differently, right? So how do we think about it differently is, to me, if there's too much greed, unpower them. Stop using their services. Big companies, stop using their support smaller businesses. Find things that are not on certain things, and support the agenda. And it's very hard to do because a lot of them are hooked into everything, right? So slowly we can unhook all our services from that. I see that happening in America in a moment. I don't want to be into politics too much. I just want to be very mutual on this. I'm very mutual on who, when someone comes in power, what are they showing you, where they're put there, what is a journey that's meant to show us something, to wake up to something in life, right? There's a journey to something in all this, right? And to me, I still can't wrap my head around how the most paid job, the most important job in the world is given to people who haven't even trained in that. That blows my mind. If I want a degree, I have to go to university, TAFE, whatever the case may be, and get my certificate. Yet these people don't. So what do they really know, unless, like, I look at business people, they're in business, they know how to run a business, do they run it as a business or not? It's we have to look at it differently, okay? So, all right, next card. This is all the things that we can change. So I've got a card called The Body is Hidden, right? So we've become, in some countries, the whole body's covered up and hidden. That's part of it. We hide ourselves away in certain ways of how we look, how we perceive ourselves. We can hide from our true selves. So how do we perceive that? Is it through clothing and stuff like that? To me why do we cover all that up? We should have the power to be in our power. So it's like, so this is a card that's called Ransom or Note Left, right? Ransom. We are always held at ransom because we're slugged with taxes. The holders as ransom, and they basically say if you don't pay, you get bullied into paying, whether it's legal or not. Right? There's a lot of shows out there that shows us that taxes were actually supposed to be a donation, and that's why you see a lot of big companies may avoid it because they obviously know more, right? Whatever the case may be. This is for entertainment purpose only. This is my opinion. Right? Also, I feel that with this being held at ransom it's very fear-based energy, and we have to remove ourselves from it, is because they make all these laws and rules up, and even they make no sense. You hold at ransom with that, right? It goes through that kind of cycle. So we need to see it for what it is. It's an awakening. So how do we organise meetings? So this is the organised meetings. Is this coming back and understanding how the system works and realising that we have more power than we realise, and they don't want you to know that. So in this shadow card. So the last two is, what does our soul need to heal on this voyage? Know who you are, know too much and want to talk, right? So I feel there's a lot of information coming forward and people that know a lot of stuff that's going on, and they're going to spill the beans and they are going to talk, and it can't be silence anymore. That's what I feel. And it will, as you can see, this face is a lot lighter, and it brings more light into the situation of the world. And then we got I am safe now. So we're going through the energy of that we are finally going to feel a lot safer. So there's a big shift coming. I find that very beautiful. The shift is very important into humanity, okay? So I find that lovely. So I hope all that made sense. I hope you enjoyed that part of everything. Now I'm just going to pull some cards to see what humanity needs to hear, the love they need to feel, and that kind of stuff. So I'm going to go into these ones. That's beautiful. All right, let's have a look. Taking our mastery back. So I'll be doing live readings on Facebook later, where I'll be taking questions about anything. I won't do it on YouTube because this is more purpose of finding our ways and healing. So, for a message for you. All right, so let's go. A message for the beautiful humans on this planet. The Fool. So this is how we're feeling in the moment, like a fool, because we've been fooled so much. But the beautiful thing is, hey, it's okay. That's how we learn, how we understand and stuff like that. So it's the journey of the unknown. So it's okay that we don't know where we're going. It's okay that there's a shift on this earth. It's okay. We don't need to know everything. We're okay with not knowing, but learn to trust your journey. Learn to trust who you are, and make sure that the people around you are not in fear and trying to get them out of fear, basically, you know. And we have the beautiful Prince of Swords. So this is a really strong energy, right? There's people fighting in their background. There's angels on this card as well, down the bottom there, right? I feel there's an empowerment coming with the Prince of Swords. I feel there's young energies awakening. There's so much going on, and that the other realms and dimensions got our back. There's still darker dimensions, like darker beings out there, but remember, this is the journey of you owning you and taking that young energy back on, loving it. And then we have the Hierophant, right? This is a very strong energy, old energy. So someone's overlooking a lot of things, right? Oh, sorry, it's the Emperor. I read that wrong. So so it's the Emperor, right? So someone's overlooking things, the strong energy, holding things in place, showing you the satanic side and the normal side, right? And just remember, don't take all those darkness that is going on. It's just have a knowing of it, and then don't carry it. Don't, because you're not in that space, okay? Just lift your energy up from it. There's deals going on. So we have the Lovers, and this shows me that love is the most healing, most important thing on this planet, is because when two humans come into real love and love each other and have each other's back, the trust emerges in that relationship. The trust returns and to find someone that you can really totally trust and have your back is the most magical experience that you can have, okay? Not to go out with people that you always fight with. That's not love. Love, or someone that wants to control you. Love is when you're equal. Love each other, okay? We have the Death card coming. So we're at the end of this era, like 2025. There's falling away, the ending, okay? And then we have the Queen of Pentacles with the finances, and everything is slowly lifting back. And it's for feminine energy also to not overwhelm man into making man really feminine. It's not what it should be. A feminine energy should be nurturing, it should be loving, it should be kind, showing the way, because a male energy is more about fixing stuff and doing things, because that's just how their brain, how it evolved, right? So always know that you can, when you're in your feminine energy, is allow the male to be the fixer, because that's stop shooting him down when he comes into your life and he just tries to fix things. It's okay, it mightn't resonate sometimes, but they're here to fix, we're here to nurture. We have to mix that energy back together, okay, and then we rebuild. So I have the 7 of Swords again, like I did in the other card. So to me, that is a very mental card, okay? It's very mentally draining, because we are going through the biggest emotional shift in this lifetime and many lifetimes that have passed. And I have the 10 of Cups here, filling up the cups. Even that the Death card and the 10 of Cups is also an ending. It's also filling it up. What do you want in the future? How do you want it to look, right? Like as a medium, psychic, all this remote viewer, all the gifts that I've been blessed with and I have used over the years, because I trust my gifts, because everyone has them, but it's just whether you want to activate them or not is a choice again. It doesn't make me any smarter or any better. I'm just saying on this earth plane is we have to let go and let the ending be. Let the end come and let it be and move forward, even that no one can tell 10 years from now. All I know is that in 5 years' time, we'll be okay. I trust who I am. I trust my journey. I trust where I'm going. In my heart, I know everything's going to be okay, even if it looks like a shit fight out there. Is trust yourself enough. That's going to be okay. Okay. The more we trust, the more we will go on. And then we have the 9 of Cups, filling up the cups, how it should be. Okay. It's lovely. And then we have the last card, the Chariot, moving out of troubled waters, moving forward, being in a beautiful place that we need to go. I think as humanity, we got this. Look, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. It's still a struggle because it's a journey of the unknown, but allow the unknown to guide us, okay? We don't always have to control everything when it's out of control. And that's all I have to say today. So I hope that makes sense, and I hope whoever watches this that you enjoy this. Many blessings. If you want to book a reading or anything, I do that on Facebook in Messenger. So you can come across and send me a message in Messenger. It's under Carola Worth Facebook. And I also have a Soul Mender side as well. I'm not on there very active in the moment, unfortunately. It's because I have so much going on. And switching accounts all the time is a pain in the ass. Sometimes I'm not very techno, so just so you know that is, and I don't have people working for me doing all this kind of stuff. It's basically me running the show. So with that said, is many blessings, and on your journey is just find your inner love, your inner peace, and I wish you all the best and blessings on this journey. Okay, much love. Mwah. Have a good one.